Hi, and welcome to God Still Speaks. I'm so glad to have you here today. I'm excited about this one. It's going to be really interesting. And I do pray that the messages and stories that I've been putting on here has been helping you and blessing you, and more importantly, that they're guiding you to hearing the Lord clear and more often, and that it's drawing you closer to Him. That's the whole point of this, because that's what I love to do, encourage people to get closer to the Lord. So today I want to go over two of the stories that I spoke of before, but one I did really, really well, and the other one I didn't do so well. But I think that's important because, number one, God blessed it anyway, and that's important to know. And I think there's a great lesson to be learned, and that it'll help you to navigate your own story and your own encounters with the Lord. So in 1 Thessalonians 5:16 through 22, it says, rejoice always, pray without ceasing, in everything give thanks, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you. So that's His will, to pray about everything, rejoice always, and give thanks. It says, do not quench the spirit and do not despise prophecies. Test all things, hold fast to that which is good, and abstain from every evil. So I think the test all things is really important here. And that's what we're going to talk about. And keep in mind that when you were a child, or when your child was just learning to walk and they fell down, did a face plant, or, we didn't discourage them. We encouraged them to get back up and keep doing it because we knew they could, right? And that's how I am with everybody who is trying to hear from the Lord. Just because you don't do it right away or as well as you want to right away, keep going, because you're going to get stronger. And also, when the Lord encourages us in this too, because He knows our heart, right? He knows what we're trying to do, and it's His will that we do it. So He's going to encourage us, and He's going to help us along the way. So know that your Father's down there, or looking down, when we're trying to do this, and He's going to encourage us and bless us in the doing, right? Faith without works is dead. We got to do something. So trying this every time, you're going to get stronger, but it does make us stronger. It makes us wiser. Yeah, it does. And it makes us more resilient. So I want to talk about the two stories. First of all, the one that I didn't do so well. And I want to show you this, kind of break this apart, because it's very, very telling. It was when the Lord told me to quit my job. I was so proud of the fact that I obeyed the Lord in quitting my job. And to be honest, I was really new in doing that kind of stuff and hearing from the Lord. I just thought that was it. That was it. Okay, God, I've got it from here. No worries. I quit my job. Woohoo. I didn't know that I needed to partner with Him it didn't even dawn on me to ask Him, okay, you wanted me to quit. Why? You wanted me to quit. So what would you like me to do instead? It truly didn't even dawn on me. I just thought I had it. Okay, I quit my job. That must mean, and I had this idea what it must mean, but I didn't pray. I didn't ask Him. And so the rest of the story. If you're new here, I quit my job, and I just assumed that He wanted me to do a work from home job, because that's when the internet pavement was happening and they had remote jobs, some. And I don't know why I thought that, but that's what I thought. I cashed in my 401k so we could live. I still had a child at home. And I pounded the internet pavement looking for a job, and I found one. And the night I was going to start, I asked about what it was about, and they told me it was a psychic hotline. which I knew I couldn't work for that. So I didn't. And now I'm in a panic because I still haven't partnered with the Lord. I still haven't asked the Lord what he wants to do. And so I'm just going, oh, okay. So still, I don't know why I didn't wake up, but still taking things into my own hands, I then made the decision and told God, I remember this prayer. Okay, Lord, can't do this. This is fun, but I can't do this anymore. I got to get a job. I got to go back to work. I did. And so I got a job interview. I was in the shower. It would have been a perfect position for me. I was well qualified. In the shower, slipped, fell, and dislocated my shoulder. I've never dislocated anything in my life. Dislocated my shoulder. Took about 4 months for me to recoup. And then I got with the Lord. Right? Sometimes when we're at the bottom, it's like, oh, yeah. So I got with the Lord. It was a precious time. He healed me of things that didn't even know I needed healing from. He strengthened our relationship and he showed me some things. It was a wonderful time. And then about a week before I was released, a friend of mine came and said, I got a job for you and it's great. And it was with GBG, which means Guided by God. And it was a wonderful time there. I grew so much. I was around a bunch of pastors, and one of the pastors, his wife is still my best friend, and I get with them as often as we can. But God blessed it. Reason I'm telling you this is I failed miserably. The first part I got right, and that's when I took over. Don't take over. If God asks you to do something and you know it's him, remember 1 Thessalonians, it says, test all things and hold fast to that which is good. So if he's telling you to do something, you know that it's him, don't take the lead. Continue to partner with him and pray about it and say, okay, I should have said, okay, Lord, I'm home now, and just got with him and said, what do you want me to do now? What is it I'm supposed to be doing? Is this just a lovely time to grow in you and spend time with you? Because I believe with all my heart that if I had spent those 4 months, actually it was more than 4 months because I was looking for a job for about 2 months before that happened. So I could have had a 6-month vacation with the Lord. And I believe that job offer that I took with GBG would have come anyway. Because I truly know that's where he wanted me. I was there for many, many years. So again, if he tells you to do something fabulous, but continue to partner with him. So then another story. I think I've said this one. No, I haven't. Okay, new story that I did right. I did it really, really, really right. My job, it was another job many years later, had folded out of the clear blue sky. And I just knew that was God's opportunity for me to move. Don't ask me why. It was just one of those, just deep in your gut, you just know. And I said, okay, Lord, if you want me to move, tell me where. I'll move. Whatever you want with my life. And I never lost that feeling of I needed to move at all. So I made preparations and I had a double wide, which I loved, but it's like, okay, I'll sell it. And then there was a cash buyer, and that was fabulous. And so I got the pods and I'm going to ship them off. And then the realtor says, no, it's not going to happen. I go, what do you mean it's not going to happen? I already shipped my stuff. And she said, no, it's not. But it did, right on the day it was supposed to. But the whole time, the whole process, when I'm getting my house ready, when I'm, doing all these things, the entire time I'm praying, Lord, where do you want me to go? I'll go wherever you want me to go. And then, there's different places that popped up that I thought, maybe, and I wasn't hearing from the Lord on this one. And sometimes you don't get those words, but sometimes your gut, you'll have peace. So the other places I wanted to go, I didn't have peace about it. It was like, no, I don't think that's where he wants me to go. And so this was a real faith walk for me, because I've learned enough. I have the fear of the Lord. I learned enough. I don't want to get out of step with him. And so the whole time I'm praying, Lord, where do you want me to go? Where do you want me to go? And then finally, I thought, my mom just moved out of state a couple months ago. And I had peace about that. I said, maybe I'll go move by mom. And I had immediate peace. It's like, oh, okay. So I call my mom and I go, hey, I'm going to come move by you. And she goes, well, you haven't even been here. You haven't even seen it. I go, I don't need to see it. I believe that's where I'm supposed to go. So now I'm excited because I have a destination and I'm getting ready continuously the entire time I'm praying, Lord, if that's not where you want me to go, tell me, it's done. And I didn't leave that peace. I still had that peace. So even I get on the freeway, I'll never forget this. I get on the freeway. My car is stuffed with whatever, necessities I had. And I'm stopped at the light. I'm on the street to turn right onto the freeway to go out of state. And I said one last prayer. I said, Lord, if you want me to turn around and go somewhere else, just tell me and I will do it. And it was crickets, nothing. But I still had that peace. There was never a moment of unease or fear, or it was always peace with that decision. And sometimes that's all we get when we're walking with the Lord. Sometimes it's just the peace that will lead your way, and that's enough, right? So I move, and I had to stay with mom for a while till I could, get a job and get on my feet, get my own place. And oh, what a time. What a time. It was about, 6-7 months I got to spend with my mom. That adult time that most kids don't get to spend with their mom. And it was wonderful. And we did stuff together and we hung out and we laughed, and it was so, so sweet. So that I did it right, and I got a really great job, and it's been wonderful here, just wonderful. And so when you do it, when God's orchestrating whatever it is in your life, it will be beautiful. You might run into some roadblocks that you can get over, but if you have that peace, or you have the word, or just keep going and keep praying, because he will. Remember that scripture, if you acknowledge him in all your ways, he will direct your steps. So I hope that was an encouragement to you today. I hope that helped you. I hope that just planted some seeds of life in there that you can, have in your pocket and be able to use, and know that he is with you. He's rooting you on the entire way, because he wants you to hear from him. God bless. Until next time, bye.